Всем привет! Меня зовут Алина. Я сейчас в Златоусте, в нашей школе, и у нас в гостях James. So we're having a guest today at our school in Zlatoust, James. He was our online student, and now we're meeting offline, which is great. So we decided to make a little interview and ask James how he managed to come to Russia at this difficult time.
Oh yeah.
So tell us.
Well, it was quite complicated because I'm from America, and it was closed for travel until July 28th. And I just in a conversation with someone just offhanded, they mentioned to me that it was now open to come starting July 28th, and so I immediately booked my flights and everything. But it was a little complicated too, because I found out for Americans, you either have to fly directly from America, or if you land in any other countries, and then you have to only depart from another approved country, another one that's on their list. So I was initially planning to come from Ukraine because I have friends there, and then I thought, well, I couldn't do that. So then I thought about coming from Poland, and I couldn't do that because that wasn't approved either. But I was able to come in from Austria because that's on Russia's approved list of countries. So I spent some days in Vienna and then flew in from there. And I did have to have a PCR COVID test where I was in Austria, and you can probably get this in many places, but they had a 3-hour test where I got the results in 3 hours, and that was very helpful. So then I showed that to the airline before I got on the plane, and when I came to the border control here in Russia, they really didn't even look at it. I don't think they didn't ask for it. I did have a vaccination card, paper clipped into my passport. They may have looked at that. I don't think. But the requirements are for a PCR test on entry to Russia, so that's the important part.
Yeah, it's among the requirements. So as far as I know, there is a website of our touristic agency, and there is a list of countries which are kind of like approved.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if we can call them approved, or just like there are countries with which we have like a direct flights.
Yeah.
So they can apply for visas, for tourist visas, to come to Russia directly.
Yeah.
And for example, on that list there is Germany, so we are having a student coming to us from Germany very soon, but there is no France. So we had a few applicants who wanted to come to us, but they have French citizenship, and they cannot just come from France, which is like very frustrating,
Oh, absolutely.
Why some countries they are kind of approved, and some countries are not.
Absolutely, and it got to be very complicated for the traveler.
Yeah,
I had several traveling tickets that I wound up not being able to use because it's like the layers of an onion. I kept unraveling more information about what I could and couldn't do, and finally we got here though. So
usually I just advise our students to contact a Russian consulate to make sure that they know all the requirements for this country, because it's really complicated right now, and like rules change. But though there are still like amazing people who want to travel and come to Russia and learn Russian language, that's like something I really like admire.
It's very fun. I love it. And St. Petersburg is a beautiful city, so I've really enjoyed my time here.
It's your second time.
Yeah, I was in St. Petersburg before the pandemic. One time I came across from Helsinki, Finland on a boat. It was like an overnight cruise, and you can do that without a visa as long as you stay less than 3 days. And then the second time, I thought I loved it so much here that I wanted to stay longer. So in the United States, I applied for a 3-year tourist visa. And it's more expensive than a normal tourist visa, but I figured if I'm going to come here more than once, it would pay for itself. Yeah. So I got the 3-year one. I'm really glad that I did. And
well, that's amazing. That's the first time I see a person with a 3-year tourist visa. Like I thought it's only possible for business visas. Cool. So guys, I really hope that all of you will get visas and have an opportunity to come to Russia and like just explore the cities and just learn some Russian. And like, how do you think, is it better to come for a longer time to study at school?
I think I would say come and stay for as long as you can. Some places you'll go, like if I go to I'm going to get off track here, but if I go to the beach, I can't just stay. I can't just lay on the beach for 2 weeks at a time. I'm bored after 3 or 4 hours, you know. But in a place like St. Petersburg, there's something to do everywhere. There's always people to meet. It's a very active, dynamic city. You know, if you're younger than me and you like clubs and all, there's plenty of that. Which I think I'm getting too old for that. But lots of great places to eat. Also, if I may say, it's less expensive to come to Eastern Europe and to Russia than it is many other countries. Like if you're in France, Italy, England, things are much more expensive there. But towards the eastern part of Europe and in Russia, the expenses are much lower.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have any complications related to the pandemic? Like, do you have to wear a mask in public places?
In America?
No, here.
No, here. Oh, no. We every place. It's just like in America. There'll be a sign on the door that says we require masks, but nobody ever wears them. You know. So it's. Or I went to the. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. You may have to edit this out. I went to the Hermitage this weekend with some friends, and they were very careful to make us all put masks on when we came in. But then once everybody goes in, at least half the people just take them off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, so that's
But people
kind
are
of
not so careful. Like I think organizations, they are trying to like make people wear masks,
yeah.
but people just like they're not afraid anymore. They just like they're tired.
I'd you know. Do you want to hear my opinions on that?
Probably not for this video.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you about my opinions on all this later on. So.
So anyway, it was so nice seeing you here, and I hope like you can travel more, come to Russia every year.
Yeah, I would like to make one quick note.
Yeah.
I've come to Zlatoust online when the pandemic hit. I had to take classes online, and really got a great amount of benefit out of them. They have fantastic teachers. They have lots of good materials, like from what you see here. I've actually used this book before. Very easy and understandable to use. A lot of their publishing materials are great. So this is, I think, Zlatoust, and I've used other sources, but I think Zlatoust is kind of the central authority for teaching and for curriculum. And so it's a great school to go to.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Great. Okay, guys. See you next time in our next video. До встречи. Пока-пока.
Пока.